Hello students, welcome to the math class. In today's class, we are going to learn about 2-digit and 3-digit numbers and their place values. So let's start quickly with the story. So here we have a boy named Alex. He goes to a chocolate shop and he sees a lot of chocolates in front of him. So after purchasing the chocolates, he goes to the cash counter and over there he observes that one chocolate costs 1 rupee. So he buys total of 5 chocolates. So to identify how much rupees he has to pay, what he has to do, he has to basically count the number of chocolates. So to count the number of chocolates, he uses a box. Okay, he uses a box called ones box in which he can put one chocolate at a time, and this way he is able to count one chocolate at a time. So now let's help Alex quickly to count these chocolates. So let's start. So let's help Alex to count these chocolates. We'll put one chocolate in this box. Now put two chocolates. Now put three chocolates. Now put four chocolates. And now put five chocolates. So this way, Alex is able to count that there are total five chocolates. There are total five chocolates. And since one chocolate costs 1 rupee, five chocolates will cost Alex how many rupees? 5 rupees. So yeah, we were able to help Alex to count the number of chocolates. So now what happens? The next day, Alex goes to the chocolate shop once again because now he has tasted the chocolates and he really liked them. So what happens? He goes to the chocolate shop next day. So next day he buys a lot of chocolates. So these are the number of chocolates he buys the next day. So now again to identify how much money does Alex has to pay to the shopkeeper, what he does, he starts counting the chocolates one more time. So let's help Alex to count the chocolates. So let's start. So again, with the help of box, we will start putting the chocolates inside the box. One chocolate, two chocolate, three chocolate, four chocolate, five chocolate, six chocolate, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So how many chocolates did Alex buy? Alex buy a total of 24 chocolates. So he has to pay shopkeeper how much rupees? He has to pay 24 rupees. So yeah, again we were able to help Alex. But now how much time does it take? Did it take? It took a lot of time. It took us around 30 to 40 seconds to count the number of chocolates. So this way, if Alex goes to the shop the next day and again he buys these many number of chocolates, then he is going to take a lot of time. So suppose if here is the shopkeeper and Alex is standing at the billing counter, to pay for his chocolates. So he is going to take a lot of time to count the chocolates. So what will happen? The people behind Alex in the queue will start making noise that Alex, what are you doing? Why are you counting it so slowly? Why are you taking a lot of time? So what Alex did, the next day Alex went to the shop again, but this time Rather than counting chocolates one by one, Alex came up with a smarter approach. So let's see what was the smarter approach. So next day, what did Alex do? Alex basically started to make group of chocolates. So what did Alex do? He made two group of 10 chocolates. So basically he picked 10 chocolates and make one single group of 10 chocolates. So if I encircle this part and count the number of chocolates over here, so the number of chocolates over here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he made one group of 10 chocolates. Now how many chocolates are left? There are total 14 chocolates left. So he made one more group of 10 chocolates. Now how many chocolates are left? Total 4 chocolates are left. So now what did Alex do? Alex started putting these chocolates in their respective boxes. So to collect 10 chocolates at one time, he brought 10's box. So in 10's box, he can put 10 chocolates at one time. So he has made total how many groups of 10 chocolates? He has made total 2 group of 10 chocolates. So let's help Alex now to put these chocolates in the 10's box. So we will pick these chocolates and put it in the 10's box. 10 chocolates at a time. And we will pick these 10 chocolates and put it in the 10's box. So now how many chocolates are left? Now total of 4 chocolates are left. And these 4 chocolates Alex can put one by one in the 1's box. 1 chocolate, 2 chocolate, 3 chocolate, and 4 chocolate. So is there any property that you observed? What is the property that you are observing for these boxes? Yes, in the 10's boxes, you are able to put 10 chocolates at one time. In one single time, you are able to put total of 10 chocolates, entire 10 chocolates you are able to put a group of 10 chocolates. So can I say you are able to put group of 10 chocolates at one time in 10's box? Yes. And what is happening in the 1's box? In the 1's box, you are able to put one chocolate at a time. You are able to put one chocolate at a time. So now suppose if Alex has to buy more chocolates, if he buys suppose 5 more chocolates, then where he will put those 5 chocolates? In 10's box or 1's box? He will put it in 1's box. Since in 10's box we can put 10 chocolates at one time. So since Alex buys 5 more chocolates, so to put 5 more chocolates, he will choose 1's box. So he will put 5 more chocolates in the 1's box, like 1 chocolate, 2 chocolate, 3 chocolate, 4 chocolate, and 5 chocolates. So now total how many chocolates are there in 1's box? There are total 5 and 4, total 9 chocolates. Now what happens if Alex buys one more chocolate? He will put one more chocolate in the 1's box. So what happened, as soon as he put one more chocolate in the 1's box, how many chocolates are there now in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are now 10 chocolates. These chocolates have become 10. And in 1's box, you can put maximum of 9 chocolates only. So what will happen, as soon as the chocolate becomes 10, these 10 chocolate will move to the 10's box. What will happen? These 10 chocolate will move to the 10's box, because no longer you are able to put them in 1's box. So now to represent the number, what we will do, we will count the number of group of 10, the number of group of 10 chocolates in the 10's box. So how many group of 10 chocolates are there? This is the first group, this is the second group. So how many groups are there? Total 2 groups are there in 10's box. And in 1's box, how many group of 1 chocolates are there? 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, and 4 group. So there are total 4 group of 1 chocolates. So in one box we have 4 group of 1 chocolate, and in tens box we have 2 group of 10 chocolates. So there are total 24 chocolates. So in the previous slide also there were 24 chocolates, and here also there are 24 chocolates, but now Alex was able to count it faster, right? He made group of tens, and he quickly he placed 2 group of tens in the tens box and 4 group of 1 in the ones box. So now he has the number 24 in front of him. So now if you try to make sense of what is this number 2 representing, so this 2 number is representing the number of group of 10 chocolates. There are 2 group of 10 chocolates. So 2 group of 10 chocolates will be equal to 2 multiplied by 10, right? 2 group of 10 chocolates will be equal to 2 multiplied by 10. And over here we have 4 group of 1 chocolates. We have 4 group of 1 chocolates. So the number of groups are 4, and how many chocolates are there in one group? 1 chocolate. So over here the number of chocolate becomes 4. So now if you multiply 2 multiplied by 10, you will get 20, right? And if you multiply 4 with 1, you will get which number? You will get 4, right? Now if you add these two number, again you will get what number? You will get 24. You will get the same number. So this number which you arrived at, 20 plus 4, this is nothing but the expanded form for number 24. So all of you are clear till now? Yes. So let's move ahead now. Now let's look at some questions now. We will try to solve some question. So before that, let's quickly look at a bigger problem. Now what happens? The next day Alex goes to the chocolate shop, and now he buys a lot of chocolates in bulk. So this time what he does, he instead start making group of hundreds. He makes first group of 100 chocolates and second group of 100 chocolates. Okay. Now if you count the number of chocolates in these box, this will come around 100. So if you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then 10 again here, 10 again here. If you count all the chocolates, it will be total of 100 chocolates. So he made one group of 100 chocolates over here, and then again another group of 100 chocolates here, and he put it in the hundreds box. He brought a new box now in which he is putting 100 chocolates at a time. Now he saw that some few more chocolates are left, so he made group of tens. So he was able to make two group of 10 from the left out chocolates. Okay, and now how many chocolates were left? There were total 4 chocolates left. So he made 4 group of 1 chocolates and put it in the ones box. So now if we simply write down the number of chocolates in each group, in each box, number of group of chocolates, then let's see what is the number at which we are arriving. So in hundreds box, the number of group of 100 chocolates are, how many groups are there? This is the first group and this is the second group. So the total groups are 2, right? In the tens box, how many group of chocolates are there? First group and second group. So there are total 2 groups, right? And in the ones box, how many group of 1 chocolates are there? 1 group, second group, third group, fourth group. So total 4 group. So the number at ones is 4. So what is the final number that you are getting? The final number which you are getting is 224. Now again, if you try to make sense of these numbers, this 2 represents what? 2 group of 100 chocolates. So 2 group of 100 chocolates will be equal to what? It will be equal to 2 multiplied by 100. It will be equal to what? 2 multiplied by 100. Now again in tens box, how many group of 10 chocolates we have? 2 group of 10 chocolates. So what this would mean? This would mean 2 multiplied by 10. And in ones box, how many chocolates you are having? 4 chocolates. Okay. How many group of 1 chocolates? 4 group of 1 chocolates. So this will be equal to 4 multiplied by 1. So again, what is the number you are getting? Over here, 2 multiplied by 100 will be equal to 200. So this ultimately means total number of chocolates in the hundreds box. 2 multiplied by 10 will be equal to what? 20. This ultimately means number of chocolates in the tens box. And 4 multiplied by 1 will be equal to what? 4. This means number of chocolates in the ones box. Now if you add these three numbers, 200 plus 20 plus 4, you will arrive at the same number. You will arrive at the same number, 224. So is everybody clear till now? Great. Now we will start solving some questions. Let's do some math now. Okay, so we have a number in front of us, which is 524, and we have some questions which we have to answer. Now it is basically asking us how many group of hundreds are there in this number, how many group of tens are there, and how many groups of one are there. So just now we saw that the number of group of ones we are writing at the rightmost position, right? The number of group of tens we are writing in the middle, and the number of group of hundreds we are writing at the leftmost position. So over here we are writing the number of group of tens, sorry, the number of group of ones. Over here we are writing the number of group of tens, and over here we are writing the number of group of hundreds. So simply let's just start writing down the what will be the digit at ones position. The digit at ones position will be simply 4. What will be the digit at tens position? It will be simply 5. And what, sorry, it will be simply what? 2. And what will be the digit at hundreds position? It will be simply 5. So now again let's try to make sense of this number. What would this number mean? What would each digit at each position mean? 5 at hundreds place means there are total 5 group of 100 chocolates. So 5 group of 100 chocolates will be equal to 5 group of 100 chocolates will be equal to what? 5 multiplied by 100. So that means there are total 500 chocolates. 2 at tens position means what? There are 2 group of 10 chocolates. So 2 multiplied by 10, which is equal to 20. Similarly, 4 at ones position means what? 4 group of 1 chocolates. So 4 multiplied by 1 will be equal to 4. So again, when you will add these three numbers, you will arrive at the same number, which is 524. So the total number of chocolates again you will have is 524. So these are the digits and these are the place values. So these place values help us to make sense of number, that what does this number actually means. How do we think of these numbers? How do we think of these numbers visually in terms of quantity? So 5 at hundreds position means 500 chocolates. If you think in terms of chocolates, 5 at hundreds position means 500 chocolates. 2 at tens position means 20 chocolates. 4 at ones position means 4 chocolates. So total chocolates which we will have in front of us will be 524, right? So this way we are able to identify what is the meaning of each digit in a number. So these are the digits and these are its place values. The position names ones, tens and hundreds are called place values. So now quickly we are going to summarize whatever we have learned. Okay, so this you will do as an homework. we have a digit in front of us, a number in front of us, 999, and we will again identify how many group of hundreds, how many group of 10, and how many group of 1 are there. This you will do as homework. So let's quickly summarize now what we have learned. So we learned that each digit in a number has a place and a value, like we saw for the number 24 and we saw for the number 524. So similarly, for each number you will have what, a digit and a place value. For example, in number 12, 2 is at 1's place and 1 is at 10's place, right? So 2 is the digit and 1 is its place value. 1 is a digit and 10 is its place value. Now similarly, for example, for the number 124, 4 is at 1's place, 2 is at 10's place, and 1 is at 100's place. So again, these are the digits and these are its place values, which helps us to identify what does each digit means. For number 12, again we have 2 at 1's place and 1 at 10's place. So with that, we were able to understand that what does each number means. What does each number means? How to read each and every number and how to identify its place values, and what does its place value actually mean. We were able to visualize each number in our head. We were able to think it in terms of chocolates. So this way we will be able to identify different numbers, and we are going to identify its different place value, and accordingly we will be able to identify what is its value for each place. So with that, we will end today's class. Thank you so much, everybody.